Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for April the 4th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out today or over the next several days. This reading may or may not be for you. So please only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. This reading is also not sign specific, but I will call out any zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading. So we have a very powerful gateway portal. It is the 4-4 portal. 4-4 also breaking down to 8, which is the number of infinity. It's also the power card, the strength card, power. Worldly power. We do have a couple very significant transits today with the astrology. We do have Venus trine Lilith and Mars conjunct Saturn. So with Venus trine Lilith, Venus is all about romance and love, but that dark moon Lilith is going to really reveal some shadowy aspects, bring that energy to the surface. And with Mars conjunct Saturn, get ready to learn a very strict lesson today. It's kind of time to reveal who you really are within your close relationships. I think the masks are falling. And if you've previously been hiding who you really are from somebody for fear that they might not understand you, get ready for some shadow aspects to get triggered in order for that mask to fall, in order to reveal who you really are. So I feel the lifting of the veil is the energy that's coming through. And we kind of have to lift the veil if we are to connect in a true and authentic way with the people that we are connected with. So this is going to really illuminate a lot of unconscious fears that have been hindering you from stepping into authenticity. And if we are to manifest these sacred partnerships, we have to be 100% transparent within all of our dealings in all of our relationships. So this is really a heightened period that's going to highlight certain relationships that just aren't resonating with you anymore, especially if you've transformed your life. So if you gravitate towards karmic relationships, get ready for a major wake-up call. Get ready for a new source of inspiration to come through in order for you to journey further down the road of self-acceptance. So any kinks, any quirks that you've been hiding below the surface are about to come forward. We are encouraged to practice the art of non-judgment, mostly towards ourselves and as well with others. So non-judgment is going to serve you long after this transit has completed. With Mars and Saturn working together, this is not a very amicable energy, to be honest. In fact, this is a very negative manifestation of energy, I do feel. And any inherent shadow expressions are going to come to the surface with a vengeance. And this Saturnian prudence is asking us to constructively temper our Mars impulses. So Saturn is a very cautionary energy. It's about learning some strict lessons. It is the marking of a new beginning that can provide long-term positive results and successes, but you're going to have to take action in a new direction, most likely. You're going to have to embrace innovation. You might need to instigate a negative situation to bring that to the surface in order to move forward. Saturn is marking a very karmic ending in the energies, especially when it comes to the material world. So you might be experiencing financial upset, financial ruin. That's not going to be for everybody, but if you are in a very karmic connection, get ready to face all kinds of challenges and roadblocks in the energies today that might seemingly feel impossible to get around, and it's likely going to trigger a lot of pessimism and this energy of feeling utterly defeated. So when Mars and Saturn come together, you might experience start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. You might feel like you've progressed recently only to be hit with all kinds of negative setbacks. And the energy can be quite anxious and quite stressful. And the impulsiveness of Mars is really going to get you to make a decision faster than you normally would. The energy basically is saying, stop wasting your time on non-productive activities. You know, are you wasting your time doing silly things? That's at a certain point in time, we kind of got to mature into our adulthood. And I kind of feel the energy is bringing forward this judgment. And you're going to have to kind of embrace your limits. Don't be overstepping anybody's boundaries today. I kind of feel a flip when it comes to careers as well. You're really going to have to find your determination to stay in your personal power, especially if you're dealing with the very shadowy karmic feminine energy when it comes to relationships today. So let's jump in with some cards and see what other messages need to come through for the collective. Yeah, the energy is going to be quite intense, especially if you're in a negative relationship circumstance that is needing to be addressed once and for all. So get ready for some triggers. But either way, this intensifying situation is really opening up the door for you to make a decision to choose to live your life consciously, because somebody's in a social structure that's not meant for them. And you are encouraged to seek out your true tribe, to only make choices for the betterment of your life and others. So where are you not present in the moment? Because your guides and your angels are trying to get you to connect with your higher self. And somebody here is definitely not in alignment with their true soul family. And you are encouraged to only seek out friendships and romantic partnerships that will contribute to your soul's evolution, your soul's growth. Get rid of anybody that's been depleting you and keeping you stagnant is a big, big message, because we're kind of here to dismiss the lower ego. And any triggering, intensifying situations that are coming up are trying to get you to return to a place of compassion and love for the journey itself. And your spirit guides are trying to connect with you to illuminate your spiritual path, is what I'm feeling. And there's without a doubt going to be a major paradigm shift when it comes to these outdated beliefs, these ineffective patterns, these karmic relationships, because divine time says it's kind of time to reconcile all of these differences once and for all, and to have that reunion with a true soulmate on the spiritual journey. So yeah, get ready to face some roadblocks and some challenges ahead, especially if you're in a status quo foundation, because the archangels and the guides and your spiritual team are trying to guide you towards your true soul's calling, towards your spiritual path. And whatever situationship is coming up to be addressed, it is playing a vital role as part of your greater purpose. So get ready for an aha moment, a realization of some sort when it comes to these woundings, and whatever intensifying situation is coming up to be addressed, it is there to trigger this wounding to the surface. With all of these Chiron aspects coming up, we are in the throes of going deep within any familial patterns, any childhood wounding, especially when it comes to past life impacts. We need to identify these wounds once and for all if we are to allow this cosmic healing and releasing to come forward. And these energies are only going to keep intensifying as we get closer to that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction on April the 12th, because every single one of us in the collective has the ability to channel and convey messages from the spiritual realm. But we have to kind of get rid of all of that mental clutter. We have to quiet the mind. We have to remove any expectations. And we have to be open to receiving this paradigm shift that divine says it's kind of time. If you are to reconcile with a loved one from the past that you might have been thinking about, you're going to need to release control. And we do that by taking total ownership of where we are at, what we have been through. Nobody is to blame for anything we have experienced. But if we are to execute our highest potential individually and for the betterment of humanity, we're going to have to keep stepping forward in the right direction. And change is the only constant in this human existence. So what wisdom do you have that you can impart within the collective? Because your ancestors are saying it's time for you to get out of the head and into the heart. So do get ready for a catalytic event or a catalytic person to redirect you onto your true path, because wherever somebody has been at, I don't think it really has brought them much benefit. And it's kind of time for all of us as a whole to step onto the spiritual path and to embrace this journey towards our higher self and our connection to our ancestors and the guides. So it's definitely over. Oh my God. Yeah, it is. Divorce, it's over. So a major ending when it comes to these karmic cycles, when it comes to these intense karmic relationships. The sun is setting and it's kind of time to embrace this ending. I do feel in the energy, sometimes we hold on to something longer than we should for fear of not knowing what's on the other side of that ending. But all of your hopes and your wishes and your dreams truly do lie in this ending. I do feel somebody's packing up and moving homes. And I think somebody's been patiently waiting to get out of a toxic situation. I do feel this hurts. I think you've avoided feeling this pain. Somebody's gripped to control to an ending for a very long time because they've not wanted to feel this pain. But this is part of your growth and expansion. And you have to close out this negative cycle if you are to step into these sacred unions that the universe is trying to bring forward. There's better times ahead. Maybe you're going to be expecting a visitor. I think somebody's seizing a new opportunity and getting ready to travel towards somebody that they view as a life partnership after going through a period of growth and expansion, because there's regret here. Now that the clarity has come, there's a lot of regret, and maybe it's time for renewal. Maybe it's time to seek that guidance after a major ending and loss, because I think somebody's been secretly hiding and stashing away some money in order to take a risk in a new direction is kind of what I'm feeling. So an ending that will lead to a beautiful new beginning, but you're going to have to pack up and move homes. Definitely feeling outcast. Somebody's feeling outcast, ostracized. Maybe they're not really understanding why, but I kind of feel somebody's been dealing with a very karmic temptress here. And somebody's definitely lost themselves in a hidden secret life. And you might want to control your anger. I do feel a lot of triggering negative reactions when it comes to a negative situation that has not led somebody down the pathway of love. And it's kind of time to return back to self if you are to specialize in your spiritual purpose. I kind of feel it's really time to recourse, a major change in direction. And we do that by recognizing these patterns and healing these wounds so we don't bring this negativity into future generations. You might be dealing with a mother of some sort. Somebody here might be the mother of your children. Doesn't have to be. But there's a very beautiful mothering energy that has stepped into success, that has achieved higher learning, and maybe it's time to cultivate this connection, to learn this lesson once and for all, and to share the enlightenment that you've learned within the collective. Somebody here is learning to be the author of their own life, speaking that truth, embodying that truth, living a life of authenticity. Perhaps journaling will really help you work through the energies today too, is another message. I think it's kind of time to spend some time planting those seeds, getting those seeds planted for the harvest that you wish to bring forward, and to really practice your spiritual arts. Somebody here is definitely a healer, and somebody is needing to seek some healing when it comes to a deep misunderstanding. Definitely a healer here, a gypsy type energy. And there's this deep unsettling feeling coming forward. Maybe somebody wishes they could belong to this this feminine energy, but I do feel somebody is getting ready to own their thoughts and to come forward with an emotional expression. I do feel somebody's held back their feelings for a long time, and somebody wants to express what is really on their heart in order to liberate themselves, because I think somebody's feeling abandoned when it comes to a feminine who I feel is stepping into fame and recognition. There's definitely a very powerful feminine energy here that is recognized within the spiritual community. A spiritual leader, an author, an educator, a public speaker of some sort. And somebody is deep within some challenging abandonment woundings, needing to overcome this feeling of aloneness and unwantedness. And yeah, there's that poverty. So you might be struggling with your finances. You might be feeling down on your luck. But if you aren't grateful for what you have, then the universe will come in and rip the rug right from under you in order to get you to travel towards where you're meant to be, because somebody's been possessed by a very karmic temptress here. And it's kind of time to travel towards your true soul family is what's coming through. Yeah, I think somebody feared being single. Definitely a marriage coming to an end in order to step into a higher level of commitment. There's a very unconventional, casual relationship. There could have even been a cheating scenario here, a period of cheating. And this is a big lesson in self-worth. Definitely self-worth. So where are you being guided to go? Where have your guides asked you to go? Because the energies are preparing you to leave a toxic situation behind, to embrace your personal power, your abilities, and your skills, and to leave this negative lifestyle behind, because it's not helping you gain any amount of self-worth. And it's time to embrace your unique qualities in order to step into the abundance that's trying to come forward. So we'll jump in with some tarot. Oh my God, quickly moving towards a new legacy. Perhaps a love offer, an apology when it comes to a missed opportunity due to some third-party interference. But let's see what needs to come through for the collective today. Page of Swords. Get ready to receive a message, because somebody is lacking moderation and healing in their life. And it's kind of time to make that unexpected choice in love. Could be dealing with a Sag or a Gemini. How interesting is that? They are polar opposites on the zodiac wheel, Sag and Gemini. So there is a lack of balance. There is a lack of healing. Somebody needs to embrace some moderation. And I do feel somebody is getting ready to cut to the chase and deliver a message. It might be a message you don't want to hear. It might be a message you do want to hear. It's a double-edged sword with the Lovers, because the Lovers is always a choice between two people. So somebody's needing to make a choice between two. And there's a pre-empress here looking pretty good, living the finer life. Like I said, somebody here that very well could be famous, super grounded, somebody definitely recognized as a member of society, somebody that is viewed in high regard is what I'm feeling. And there's about to be some communication. Virgo energy. It's kind of time to learn this strict lesson, isn't it? Saturn energy. Somebody's been struck by the Archer. Somebody's been struck in the heart by the Archer, and I think somebody's getting ready to send a message to this pre-Empress energy. She's purified. She's got a lot of divine protection around her. Definitely somebody that communicates with the spiritual realm, I feel, with the doves. And somebody's definitely hitting rock bottom, because there's something hidden here when it comes to a new beginning. And maybe somebody in the past had many, many options. I also feel this pre-Empress is very creative, very abundant, has a lot of new doorways opening up for her. And somebody's like illusion in their life is getting shattered. Neptune energy coming through, Aries energy, definitely an awakening of some sort. When it comes to what it is that you want to build in your life for abundance. So 10 is like, hey, somebody's carried this burden on their heart for a long time. And I feel somebody's been chained to something very toxic, preventing them to go towards this pre-Empress energy. And there's definitely an ending of a false contract. The Hierophant reversed is a divorce proceeding. I also feel somebody's not been listening to the higher guidance when it comes to a new creative endeavor, and somebody's about to get a wake-up call. There's a major karmic rebalancing, because I feel it's time to communicate. It's time to quickly move forward and communicate. Maybe that you've been going through an ending, that something is finalized, something is over. There's definitely like this judgment energy, this justice energy coming through. And somebody is definitely on their knees at rock bottom. Yep, somebody's feeling all left out in the cold when it comes to their wish fulfillment. I think somebody might have ghosted this pre-Empress in the past. Somebody definitely has not been communicating, going through a period of expansion, because there's a lot of illumination coming forward about a new beginning. Somebody's definitely been playing the martyr, playing the victim, needing a wake-up call, receiving a shift in consciousness when it comes to a brand new beginning. I definitely feel somebody's been living in fantasy land, and they're getting a wake-up call big time. Could be dealing with a Leo, a Libra, a Taurus, but it's kind of time to communicate. Somebody here is definitely hurting. Definitely hurting. I think somebody wishes they could go back and erase some past mistakes. I do feel there is a very single feminine energy here, enjoying a beautiful life. And somebody here is healing a broken heart from the past. And I think maybe somebody didn't want to look at this, but the energies are saying it's kind of time to face this ending and these wounds once and for all. Definitely a missed opportunity. Threes, there was third-party interference without a doubt. Could be dealing with a Cancer, a Sag, a Libra again, but somebody is wishing they could go back to the past. And, you know, the way the cards are laid, this person's kind of looking at that Nine of Pentacles. Something is coming to a close. Definitely somebody's been withholding a lot of communication, playing the martyr, playing the victim, and it's kind of time to rebalance the scales. Somebody was giving to more than one in the past. And somebody decided to say, hey, I'm not playing this game no more. And I think somebody went into hermit mode, withdrew communication, was not giving anything, maybe working on their finances, working on gaining a sense of stability when it comes to closing out a long-standing committed partnership. When it comes to bring something full circle in order to take that leap of faith, I think somebody's been stashing away money, trying to sneak away from a toxic situation. I also feel in the past, there was betrayal and heartbreak, some thieving, some cheating, and I think somebody wants to come forward for a reunion, and they want to come forward with something stable. So get ready for a shakeup, because if you're in a false foundation, it's going to crumble to the ground, because we're building solid foundations for the future, and it's kind of time to bring that truth to the surface. Somebody here is deeply hurting and deeply regretting a missed opportunity from the past, and I don't think they have any faith that they'll be able to recover, is what I'm feeling. So, yeah, I think somebody's not been communicating. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets, could be dealing with Pisces. But get ready to receive communication. Somebody's coming out of that man cave. Somebody's coming out of hermit mode. They've learned all they can learn in this toxic situation, Virgo, and they want to build a foundation with you, Pisces. Wow. This will lead to ultimate abundance, but somebody's going to have to break free and come forward with that communication. Definitely life force activation. Can't keep juggling. You can't keep riding two sides of the fence, and somebody was playing in the past. Somebody was a player, planting their seed all over hell's creation. And it's kind of time to mature and grow up and to be that visionary leader, to stop combating, to stop playing into the chaos, the conflict, and separation. It's really time to take that first step forward, to put in the hard work, to heal a broken connection from the past, if you are to embrace this reunion. So what is this tree of life, please? Somebody's getting spun out of their comfort zone. They've had their foot stuck in the wheel, and it's kind of time to walk away from something very unhealthy, something that's caused all kinds of emotional discomfort. Could be dealing with a Pisces, but it's kind of time to learn this lesson and to expand beyond it. When we get to the 8, we're in search of wish fulfillment, and I think somebody knows exactly where it is they want to go, and they're coming in like wildfire with a whole lot of truth, ready to defend a connection that I feel they've lost a lot of sleep over, stress, anxiety. Somebody's been haunted by the past when it comes to, you know, a missed opportunity, in a state of prolonged grieving. Oh my God, what have I done? I could have had it all with this pre-Empress. And a lot of communication, Mars energy, action. And I feel the energy is very aggressive with that Knight of Swords. There was manipulation in the past. There was secrets. There was illusions. There was lies. And somebody's trying to gather their strength to rise as that visionary leader. The Emperor does what he needs to do to take action. I feel light body activation when it comes to a union energy, Aries, Leo. It's time to communicate. Somebody's not been communicating. Somebody definitely manipulated a feminine energy in the past, and this has been held a secret for a long time. And there's a lot of regret, remorse, and guilt because somebody's grounded, stable, and solid, living the good life. And an apology is needed if there is to be victory and success after breaking free from a very possessive, toxic, karmic, feminine energy. And emotions run deep. There's like a lot of truth coming forward about a brand new beginning. But what do you need to release that's toxic? That's not good for you because somebody's been chained to something toxic, playing into betrayal, manipulation, and that final nail in the coffin is about to get nailed in because you can't stay chained to something that is toxic. It's time to break free from any addictive, codependent relationships. Get in the driver's seat, get your emotions in check. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Capricorn, But it's kind of time to bring in that apology if you are to have your wishes granted. Do you want everything you prayed for? Because everything you prayed for is being presented on the table, but it's going to require action, honesty, transparency, an apology for sure. And you're going to have to transform your life. Somebody is going through a major transition in their life, deep in the depths of the underworld when it comes to some shadow aspects, scorpionic energy, Aquarius energy, when it comes to a brand new beginning in love. The doorway is opening. The portal gateway is opening. But it's going to take action and communication if you want this Holy Grail love. It's going to take a lot of honest communication. Somebody's received the downloads and they have all of the tools that they need to come forward. But you can't stay hanging there when this pre-empress has a lot of options. If you want a chance at this empress, it's going to take a get up and go kind of action and a lot of truth and a lot of communication. There is going to be a brand new beginning here, and somebody's about to get the wake-up call of a lifetime is what I'm feeling. Because they've been living in a masquerade, playing into addictions, over drinking, over partying, and the masks are falling off, all right. That's kind of what I feel. Let's get a couple romance angels. Yeah, it's kind of time for that heart-to-heart conversation, isn't it? When you honestly discuss your feelings with another, that's when you can build a healthy relationship, because somebody's been wearing a mask, a false persona, a false mask, and if you want an intimate connection with another, the masks have to fall. You can't bring any ounce of deception into that connection. And I think somebody's been in a connection where religious factors have kept them down, and it's kind of time to embrace this spiritual path is what I'm feeling. It's really time to embrace these cosmic influences and to step towards living consciously. Maybe somebody sought out some very poor advice from a friend. And I do feel somebody is definitely in a very toxic, codependent relationship, wearing a false mask, and it's deeply affected their romantic life, their overall life in general. And honesty is what is required now if you are to break free from a very toxic situation. Very soon, there will be a reunion on the horizon, and you're going to need to keep an open mind. Somebody's passion is being reignited when it comes to a soulmate that they usually wouldn't go towards. This is going to be a brand new experience, and you are encouraged to give this relationship a chance and get ready for somebody to come forward and express their love, to bring forward a romantic gesture, because somebody is deeply attracted to this empress, and she's magnetically drawing somebody in is kind of what I'm feeling. So we'll get a couple messages from Spirit. Yeah, somebody needs to walk away from something toxic. They know it's time to walk away. They know it's time to mature as an adult, that wisdom has been achieved, and there's nothing left here to learn other than walking away. So everything is all right, and whatever toxic, deceptive situation you're in, it was serving to teach you something important about who you are. So honor the lesson, walk away, and get back to self, because somebody's lost who they are in a very toxic, codependent situation, and they need some breathing room. Definitely another confirmation of a situation fraught with deception, a very unhealthy situation. And if you don't leave on your own, the universe is going to come in and throw you out, because it's time to get back on track. It's time to live consciously. And it's time to get to know yourself at the soul level. So get rid of anybody that depletes you. If you're dissatisfied in life, we always have to take back our power and choose a new direction. We have to choose to feed ourselves love, to nourish our mind, our body, and our soul, and to only go towards people, places, and things that make our heart sing with joy. So if you're not living a life of joy, it's time to recapture your vitality. I do think the divine is recognizing this has been a very difficult connection, and karmic connections are so very hard to break free from. The divine's bringing forward guidance saying, hey, over here, I got something better for you. But you have to listen to that guidance, because there's a divine partner on your path, a love that you will never have ever experienced before. But you have to break free from these codependent situations. Stop playing the martyr. Stop playing the victim. We always have the choice to take our power back. So I do feel there's a circumstance here that's really not worthy of your time. You are being called to release it and you are being called to heal the past in order to embrace the future once and for all, because your spiritual path is getting illuminated. And if you keep spending time with people depleting you that don't reciprocate, the universe is going to come and transition you right out of that garbage once and for all. Allow this transition to occur. Get out of the head, get into the heart. Somebody's dealing with somebody very obsessive, and it's time to close the book on the past. And that's what I got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin flame reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.